I'm going to leave. And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing on this, the finest of Mondays? What's going on? What you been up to? Give me something to fucking talk about, because it's not like I have the capacity to come to these things prepared. That would be someone who's not doing a terrible stream for terrible people. Obviously, I'd be failing at my raison d'etre if I didn't do that, or as the French say, my reason for being.
Bees.
Bees. You want to talk about bees? Bees.
I've always liked the idea of having a bumblebee that you could like ride like a horse.
Would it be really tiny and yet just ridiculously strong, so you'd be sat on it? Or would it be like full size?
Two bees under your feet. It just goes.
These ridiculously strong
No,
bees.
like actually like rideable, like a horse.
You'd be like Iron Man.
You'd have to wear ear defenders though if you were riding that thing.
No. I prefer this super strong bee idea. But you'd be like, yeah, you'd be like a bee version of Iron Man. Maybe you'd have hundreds of bees and they'd surround you like a bee suit.
So you know when he fires his lasers out of his hands?
It's just bees.
It's just bees.
It's not a bee laser. Not beads. With a D. Bees. As in the small insect. And hi, Tim, the pigeon master. That just makes me think of Master of Puppets. Master of Pigeons is pulling your strings.
Well, a giant bee would make lots of honey, but it had to be like a huge fucking hive.
A giant bee wouldn't make lots of honey. Many giant bees would make lots of honey.
You need some really big flowers, though.
I'm pretty sure one giant bee would make no money. You'd also need
the
giant
more
flowers.
you think about it, everything's gonna have to be giant in order for bees to do anything.
For our giant bee-based economy, everything else will have to be giant as well. Except we'd get more honey, but we'd also have to fend off the giant bees. Because I'm pretty sure they'd be like, you know what, fuck this human shit.
Yeah, they'd probably start like
Not that I'm admitting to being human, but shut up.
Seeing humans as nectar.
One spoon? Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Just shrink yourself. See, there's a reasonable solution to this problem. I still think ultra strong bees is the clear winner.
Armored bees would be cool as well.
Armored bees. What would they be being protected from?
I don't know. What eats bees?
Other bigger bees?
What eats the bigger bees?
Probably like locusts.
And then what eats the locusts?
Me.
You eat locusts.
I don't know, but we're getting to a point of embiggening returns. They did a Futurama episode of giant bees. No, they did multiple episodes on giant bees. Actually, non-nerd. Unleash the bees of war. I am shocked no one has brought up Dr. Bees.
Oh,
Dr. Bees! This picnic has a conspicuous lack of bees. A shitload of bees should put a stop to that. The protector of giant bees. Do you think I'm doing anything that might be considered work? Fuck that shit. Being a bee, it's all work and no fun. The most fun you have is the dance for more honey. I liked what someone said. If you find like a sickly bee, you give it a spoonful of honey. I think it was QI or something like that, and it's sort of like, no, that'd be like an insult. The bee's never seen so much honey in its fucking life, and you're just there casually giving it the bee juice. Not fair. What's red, white, blue, and plugs in one way up? A USB. Oh my god. I've never been more angry in my entire life. The only bees worth talking about are ghost bees. Is that a thing, or do you just not like bees?
You mean like ones that go through walls? That big hole.
That would be fucking horrifying. And you'd think that they'd be the ones, because I think there's more species of bee that don't lose their stinger when they sting you than there are wasps who do the opposite. Like, wasps suck.
Oh,
The ones that
I
you
just got it.
experience.
I just
But
got the ghost bee reference.
what is the ghost bee reference?
Okay. What do you call ghost? What do ghost bees like say to each other?
Booze?
Boobies.
Boobies. Ah. I thought it'd be booze.
Booze.
Not like boo, but like
Booze.
booze.
Yeah.
Hey, I almost made it on time today, so now Ceci can restart it. So I don't miss anything. Seriously, if you think you're missing anything by turning up at any point of these fucking streams,
No, you'd be lucky if we
you've
say
missed the
anything
point
decent.
entirely. What these are here for is that I can steal your jokes, and in exchange, you can potentially give me money. I mean, that seems like a fair deal. There is a B fact that, like that, of some sort. Only Europe bees lose the sting or something like that. Yeah. The worst thing is, I've been stung like 2 or 3 times by dead bees. Usually in an attempt to get rid of them. I end up managing to catch myself on the fucking stinger or stepping on a dead one.
I don't know. I've never been stung by them, but then again, I don't try and attack them like you do.
Most of them was not about attack. One of them was an attack because it was being an asshole and it wouldn't leave our fucking food alone. But one of them, I was just walking through the garden, boom, right in the foot. That's not my fault. That one.
No, the one
sucked.
that went after food was a wasp.
Yeah, whatever. Wasps, bees, they're all the same.
No.
Kill them all, let God
No,
sort them.
no.
The bee god. I saved a bee trapped in cling film wrapped palace. Yeah, palace? A cling film wrapped palace. That'd be quite the sight. Have I ever what? I imagine there might have been a question to that earlier, but you have to put it in the one comment because otherwise I'm not going to see it. I like boobies. Too beer or not too beer?
If Adam and Eve were real, did Adam have nipples? I like the idea that they were just mannequins.
Gone just playing with a Ken and
Yeah.
Barbie doll. Oh no, another terrible stream. I know, it happens all the time. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he gets stung back. For no reason, apart from the one I killed. But he was already dead, and then I stung myself with a fucking stinger because I'm an idiot. You and the missus need to stream playing It Takes Two. It's a Swedish game, and it has a B. We played a fair amount of it, but that game is fucking long.
Yeah.
We got kind of bored. We got to a point, and
Two Brothers was good though.
Two Brothers was good, but it wasn't multiplayer.
No, but it was really good.
It was really good, and it was mercifully short. No, that game just, I liked it until it outstayed its welcome because it just it's like thing after thing after thing. It's like, oh my god, okay, I get it. Their parents are fucking awful. More important than that, did Adam and Eve have a navel? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't have anything because they weren't real.
I don't think they had any boats.
Boats.
Yeah, navel.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say bones.
Bones?
Adam and Eve.
No, boats and
floppy
bones.
monstrosities.
Oh God.
Now, would they be able to stand with this boneless body, or would they just sort of goop out in front of you? Bees are good, wasps are evil. That's a fact backed up by the science. And it's definitely not more complicated than that. Same as wolves. Wolves are all bad all the time. They are the bad guys. No navel, no navy. Hey Cecic, how is thee? I just had some cereal with sugar.
Why?
It depends on it depends on the cereal. Some cereals don't have sugar on them.
Yeah, but I like cereal without sugar.
That's because you're a weirdo. You like Weetabix.
No.
I thought you liked Weetabix.
I'm not keen on Weetabix.
Or is it shredded wheat?
Shredded wheat I like. It's got a nice texture to it.
Oh yeah, you don't do flavour though, do you?
I can't taste it, no. It doesn't have a taste to me.
No, but they had a bunch of ships. Whatever floats your bone. Did anyone else grow up with the bee myth that if you kill one, the others of that hive knew and would swarm and aim it and sting you? I know that there's a kind of hornet that doesn't fuck around and that it has like a really good memory. And there have been people trapped in their houses for days because this fucking hornet will fuck them up if they come out of their house and just sting and sting and sting and sting. You have to get someone to come around with a fucking flamethrower. I want to die hearing my cat is catching the unreal and letting them lose in my. Lose? They put lose.
Yeah, lose.
But do they mean loose? Have they done the opposite?
That's really annoying.
Right.
Lose. It's got 2 O's in it.
Loose has 2 O's in it. Lose has 1 O in it. If you've been using those the other way around, you need to hit yourself in the face. Right now. I'm not fucking kidding. You need to be punished. That used to be just Mrs. Six's pet peeve, but it's become more and more mine as I've seen it going. Also, things aren't addicting. They're addictive. Fuck me.
Addicted.
Addicted. It was shreddies. I put sugar on them. Good for you. I'm trying to reduce my sugar intake. It fucking sucks.
You said that, but I convinced you to have donuts the other day.
You did convince me to have donuts, but we had been out for a long ass fucking walk.
So is that justified?
I goddamn deserved it. Loose. Just in general, how are you doing, Sick? Have you saved up for your own domicile? Not even fucking close. Are you kidding me? Those things are expensive. It's going to take like a while or like some massive expansion of the channel. Like, I'd have to like...
We are slowly saving up.
Yeah, we are saving. But no, I wouldn't see it happening anytime soon unless something insane happened.
The main thing is we're trying to save enough so that we'll be able to pay a reasonable portion
big deposit
of a house
and have some money for emergencies.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than just go, take my money, and then we have nothing left.
But we're also waiting for the prices of houses not to be stupid, which may not happen. So it's all like a big gamble.
So we end up having to save even more then.
Yeah. So I'm just mostly just working hard and doing stuff, and currently working on the collab, trying to grow the channel because it's the only way to get more dollar, man. I don't have enough facepalm protection for Certic. I think I gave myself a head injury from the stupid. I'm American, forgive me. No, it's the same spelling. And effect and not effect, not affect. Do you get those confused? Because it's still the same in American. You might just be a bit like me.
Yeah, something
kind of dumb.
Something has an effect, and you can have an affect on it.
I'm not sure that's... I can't remember how it works. You are affected. It is affected. I don't fucking remember.
You are affected, but you can have an effect.
On the way to a dragonfly once landed... On the way to a dragonfly?
What?
Are we on the way to something? A dragonfly once landed on my sister's ass and just died. That is... Did she fart? I've just come here to die. That arsehole dude.
This is the hill that I die on.
If you put sugar on your shreddies, you might get piles. Cool. I'll be doing long ass walks all week since there's a bus strike in Birmingham. Good job the trains are still running. And you'll be running too if you're late. A bit of commuting comedy there. Houses are expensive even after a mortgage too. I'm having to drop 3k on a new boiler after the old one was condemned. Yeah. I'm done paying my mortgage in 2 years. Nice. I'm proud of you. Sortish Nog Mr. Stay-at-Home Dragon. That is a hell of a name. It was shreddies. I put sugar on them. Court is adjourned and case dismissed. The way you read my comment was great. You should be a voice actor or something. I should be a famous one. That's the real bit. Always happy to hear you read my chat out. I mean, it is important. That's like I don't know if that's 90% of what this is. It's 90% of what this is when I can't think of anything to talk about, and then someone comes up with something. I should make it clear that there's always room for just a stupid topic. If you've got a stupid
most of this is just ADHD out of control, so
pretty much.
yeah.
I just ADHD at other people for an hour, and then I wander off.
Yeah.
Possibly to do work, possibly to watch more show.
Oh yeah, I got him into Stranger Things.
Yeah, I finally started watching that. It's pretty good. First series was great. But yeah. How do you do, fellow terrible people? They do terribly. As is their namesake. What games you playing these days? I just started The Outer Worlds. Yakuza at the moment. It's always Yakuza. I just finished red medaling all of Neon White on, at least on the PlayStation 5. I haven't done it on PC yet, which I might get to eventually. Which was very satisfying and a lot. Took me like 25 hours after already knowing how to beat the game. So, yeah, that took me a while. Ancient Egypt stream. She can make her own fucking stream for that. Yeah, Mrs. Sick is right. It's ADHD for you, autism for me. Everybody wins. Did you have horseradish with your horse? I don't like horseradish. It's too disgusting.
I don't know if I've had it or not.
It's quite spicy, but it's mostly gross.
I don't know. I might like it if it's strong flavoured.
It is quite strong flavoured. You probably would like it. You're a freak.
I like it when I get to taste
I
it.
almost died in a motorcycle accident. I listened to you and hurt my cracked ribs by making me laugh. Thank you for that. Seriously, I hope you get your P.O. box open soon so I can
I
send.
keep forgetting about that.
I do. It's one of those things that I'll do when I remember randomly at some point. But I should definitely do that. I also like the motorcycle accident, which makes me immediately picture you on a little pink tricycle. Because what else could it fucking be?
With a motorcycle helmet.
Oh yeah,
and the leathers.
And the leathers, just like look like a fucking Terminator, but
just
autistic is much the same as ADHD in this instant. In fairness, sick, I'm fine with it. I mean, it isn't the same. They're different, but they can cross over. I'm decent. Hold my fresca. Let me show you my Pokemon. Is that a reference to your penis? I'm pretty sure it is. You never talk about food or whiskey.
Oh, no, those are banned.
No, never. Those are my least favourite things to talk about. Hey, Mr. Sick, how many times have you had to stop Sick from wandering into traffic?
No, usually
0 times. I have to stop her.
Yeah, stopping me.
Yeah.
I get stuck in my own head and I have to like...
She does not pay any fucking attention.
Yeah.
You can be there waving in front of her and she won't see you.
It's because I go inside my head.
It's a skill.
It's better in my head.
Sunnier. Someday we can have a chat GPT stream, purely made up comments and no trace of humanity. The dream. You need Arby's horseradish. It's yummy. There are no Arby's in this country.
I'm going to say, what's an Arby?
I mean, it sounds like an aggressive sandwich.
To me, it sounds like a farmer's name.
Hello.
But that's just my accent.
If you want horse raffish, you should, with actual bite, you should make it own. It's easy. No, I don't want to. I don't like horseradish. It tastes gross. Is a motorcycle helmet shaped like a motorcycle? If you want it to be.
That'd be pretty
I imagine it would be very difficult to use.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. You should be.
Oh, horseradish and wasabi are the same plant family. Oh, okay.
They're not the same thing, though.
No, I would like to try wasabi, though, because I like strong flavours.
Wasabi.
Wasabi.
I'm starting a media course for A-level. It's a music video. Your media course is a music video. Well, that's fascinating. Song I've gone for is Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger. It's from the late 70s, so prob your generation, right? How about you suck my dick? I am a 90s kid through and through. I was born in the mid-80s. I don't fucking remember any of it. I had a conversation with Miss Six's dad
Oh
yesterday,
god, yeah.
and he went, "Oh, you remember that plane crash in 1988?" And I was like, "I was a fucking baby, pretty much. I was like 2 or 3 years old. No, I don't fucking remember some fucking plane crash." Ugh. And he completely ignored me and carried on rattling on about it.
He does. He doesn't like silences. He feels like he has to fill the void.
He
Yeah.
said that the specific plane that it had happened on, he'd actually travelled on it 2 months earlier, and said, "Oh, what a near miss!" And I went, "No, it isn't. A near miss would have been you running to the plane and it flew away and then to its fucking accident."
Yeah, he's told me that story before.
Fucking ridiculous. It's an interesting coincidence at best, and that's me being really fucking nice. What it actually is nothing. You travelled on the same plane that crashed. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Well, my voice. Hello, Orbie, my old friend. You know the song I'm on about. Fuck off. I'm sure you could get RB's sauce of any flavour delivered. Yes, I'm sure they absolutely fucking love posting packets of sauce across the fucking Atlantic. Have you ever wanted to eat meat you don't know is meat, but still makes you sweat like it's meat? Get Arby's. Jesus Christ.
That is a...
You've already told me.
Yeah. Oh, God. The only thing I've ever heard is the meat sweats.
Oh, yeah.
I've only ever heard Americans talk about that.
I think it's about having a very large quantity of shitty meat.
Yeah.
And I don't think you just can't buy that quantity in this country. It just doesn't happen. Sursik's helmet is a bucket. It's actually a thimble with paint on it. Hashtag no makeup. If Sursik made a motorcycle helmet, I'd buy one for sure. You'd die for sure. I feel like I'm not qualified to be moving into the motorcycle protective wear industry. Just saying. It's like we were watching a YouTube video. I can't remember the name of the person who made it, but they started talking about ghost kitchens, which are kind of fascinating. Basically, the age of your sort of Uber Eats and specifically things like Just Eat in this country, food apps where there's loads of restaurants on it and they'll deliver to your door. That's created this sort of industry of restaurants that are actually just all the same building with like 2 or 3 kitchens in it, and they make the same food and it all gets put into one packet and sent to you. Maybe you get it in a special box. And a lot of these will be like fucking just the exact same thing. And they'll all, like, you could buy the same set, like the ribs from a certain restaurant will be the exact same thing from another one. And you just brand it. And a lot of fucking influencers have these restaurants. And it's that kind of thing. I'm not going to sell fucking motorcycle gear the same way I'm not going to start a Sursik chain restaurant that's not real, because I don't want to attach my name to something that could kill someone. Anything that goes in someone's body or is to protect their body, fucking stay a million miles away from. I mean, I've yet to find a fucking sponsorship that I've looked into the company and gone,
God, the amount of emails you get from people like, you should do this.
I know. Mrs. Sick borrowed my my account because I've got YouTube Premium to listen to music, and so it started giving her my fucking emails, and she just goes, who's this bird?" I think it was like one of the first time.
Yeah.
Because I got this email from some woman, and it's someone sending me sponsorship bullshit. Oh God, the amount of Raid Shadow Legends one.
Yeah.
Actually,
I love the fact that you
drives...
replied to us saying, like, I'd rather peel my eyeballs.
Yeah. I'd rather cut my own chin off. It's just like, and they're like, that was very creative. I'll leave you alone. That's the best response I got from that. Most of the time, they just like fucking ignore me.
Do either you like anime? Weeb. Yes, we do.
Yeah, anime's all right. As long like some good ones. We don't watch just any old trash. Can be quite picky with it. But some of the more popular ones are more popular for a reason, and they're generally pretty enjoyable. I tell you what, I've been rewatching recently is the Horrific Life of Psyche K. It's pretty funny. If you like anime, it makes fun
Do
of
you
all the
actually
tropes.
watch the other seasons because they're not dubbed?
No, I just rewatched the ones in
I
English
was gonna say that
because
you
I
do.
like the English dub. And yes, I'm one of those people. I watch dubs because I don't want to look at the fucking bottom half of the screen.
I always watch things with subtitles anyway, so.
Tshirt whiskey brand. That would be an interesting thing. Like,
If you can get like a whiskey distillery, like an independent one, who would make you your own whiskey as a promotion?
I don't know what the liability on that is though.
Yeah.
And it'd have to be really fucking good. And I'd have to really fucking like it.
Just be what's the one that you like, Eagle Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I like,
one does your brand over
as
it.
mad as it makes some people, I like bourbon. Bourbon just tastes really fucking yummy to me. So it would probably be some kind of bourbon. I can do scotches. There's some okay ones, but a lot of them just aren't to my palate. I really like Sake K. Yeah, it's good.
Oh no,
Nothing wrong with a wet clam. I like subtitles. So you hate visuals. Good to know.
Oh my god. The hotel alarm just went off, so I'm evacuating.
Hotel fire alarm just went off. I'm evacuating. I like.
we didn't do it.
Are you working there? Are you living there? Are you just trying to hide there?
Did
from
you
the
start
cops?
the fire?
I'd buy Sursik whiskey too. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would buy my whiskey, or who would buy me whiskey. I know there's a lot of people who want to. Just open it in Murica, Kentucky for bourbon. I mean, yeah, but I don't see it happening, at least not anytime soon. Hello, and good tidings for the 3rd minute into spring. Is that right?
It is Equinox Day.
Ah, fair enough. I couldn't have guessed that spring was here because it's fucking snowed and been pissing it down. I mean, it's a real English summertime at the moment. I just tried to get out of my room only to realise that my dumbass cat Doris is sleeping at the foot of the door. Too cute to disturb. I have no compunctions of getting my cat to move the fuck out of the way.
This morning you were just like making an earthquake.
Oh my god, yeah. The cat came and sat on me in bed and I was like, I really need a piss. Go away, cat. And so I just wiggled my legs slightly and she was like slightly bobbing up and down. She's just giving me this fucking dead stare. And I'm like, alright, motherfucker. So I just kept upping the ante. And she was sat there like she was in the middle of a fucking Category 8 fucking whirlwind, fucking tornado, earthquake, hybrid. And she just didn't give a shit. I had to almost fucking fire her into the sky in order to get her to actually get off. She did not get the hint, or didn't care. Is cardboard more board than card, or more card than board? Nobody knows. It's like, how long is a piece of string? Yes. Why is there a light bulb in the refrigerator if you're not supposed to eat at night? Because some houses are dark?
Some people work at night time.
Because you store alcohol in fridges? There's so many reasons for that. God damn it.
Because it wakes up the food. I don't know.
It's to warn them that you're opening.
To warn the food to hide.
Yeah. You should sell a handsome, famous, and good at the sex kit. A personal autographed helmet handle for the first two, and a Swedish krona stapled to the side for the last. I mean, I could do that. Anyway, Texas whiskey for the win. Cats are the protectors of the best ideals. What, like not getting up and leaving your room?
Jumping on my bladder. Thanks.
The cat kicks the shit out of you, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
The amount of bruises on Mrs. Six's legs from the cat just jumping on her, and it's like she's not she's a really small cat, and she's not that heavy, like in normal
No,
context.
she's small, but she's dense.
But as soon as she steps on you, it's like she's just put on 50 pounds. It's ridiculous. I have to have a better look inside because you're probably casting a shadow on shelves. I don't know what that means. Yay! Partner with a distillery that makes Defiant Bourbon in North Carolina. I'm assuming that Defiant Bourbon is nice. Everybody likes Unlucky Fried Kitten. Craft whiskies made in the Texas Hill Country. Like the people who like bourbon are all going to start going, you should get this one. You should get this one. But to be fair, if I open a PO box, if you're going to want to make me happy, send me bourbon. I will probably like it. I haven't found a bourbon that I didn't like. I found bourbons that are so cheap that they're not like really nice, but that doesn't mean I didn't drink them. Jack Daniels is made only an hour from me. That's too long. Cats wet way more when they want to annoy you. One of my favorite Garfield comics, really fucking random memory, is he goes into the bedroom where John's sleeping and he's like, I need to wake him up. I know. And it just puts his little paws on John's mouth and presses, and it's just such a good little picture. And obviously he just starts to suffocate and wakes up. Always amused me. I'm damn near certain the answer will be no, considering the country you live in. But have you ever seen a tornado in person? There have been tornadoes here. I was very near one when I was very small, but I don't recall it.
No.
And it knocked over some trees.
We've had like tremors of earthquakes as well, but I was asleep every fucking time.
I'm always awake during those fucking earthquakes.
They're always at night for some reason.
Middle of the night, and they always shit me the fuck up because I am an insomniac by heart.
I'm a dead sleeper, so.
Mrs. Six, she's small, but she's dense. Good humour reminds me of my English grandmother Rock. She's small, but she's dense is just Mrs. Sick.
You had a grandmother called Rock.
I mean, yeah. The Rock is their grandmother. Rock. Can you smell what grandmother is cooking?
Brisket.
Bourbon is the champagne of whiskey, only made in a certain area. Yeah, well, I like the taste of the thing that bourbon effectively is, and if someone made it somewhere else with a different name, I'd be fine with that. I think Jim Beam bourbon is way underrated. Jim Beam bourbon is, at least the sort of white label stuff, is very obviously cheap. Like if you've my palate has increased over the years as I've gotten older. I'm more quality over quantity when it comes to what I drink, what I put in my body. And so my current favorite, which is the most expensive one near me, is Eagle Rare, and it's very nice. It comes in a great bottle as well. It looks really pretty. It's a version of, I think it's a version of Buffalo Trace. I think it's the same company, but it's just smoother and it's really nice. And when you get used to that, Jim Beam is quite. You can definitely feel the burn of it over something else. I would try Suntory, but it's around $60 a bottle, so no thanks. I've had one of the Suntories and I didn't rate it. It was fine. It just wasn't super tasty. Toenail clippings in a plastic pot. Thank you for sharing. We get Eurofighters nowadays, not tornado. You're a fucking dickhead, Demon Hawk. Kevin Bacon, isn't that exciting when you've seen the movie 100 times? I fall asleep during Tremors too. Fuck's sake. Jack Daniels, I pretty not good. Jack Daniels is, I would say Jack Daniels is better than Jim Beam. The higher end Jack Daniels are quite nice. Like the Gentleman Jack is quite nice. To be designated straight bourbon whiskey, bourbon has to have been aged in new charred oak barrels for a minimum of 2 years and then given to me. Haggis equals Scottish Soylent Green.
If you could, would you live in a barrel?
Would I live in a barrel?
Like one of the really big ones.
Like a really, 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 really fucking big one. Like one the size of a normal house. That had windows and fucking was made exactly like a house, but was just a big barrel. Sure.
It's just a house.
It's just a house, really. And didn't have wooden things on it. It was, I live in a barrel. It doesn't look like a barrel. It doesn't function like a barrel. It has none of the things that you would use to call it a barrel, but it is a barrel. Sissik does not condone drinking. It means less booze for him. People can drink booze. Just not mine. Yes, Gentleman Jack is good. Yeah, I think so. Johnny Walker for the win, though. I think I've had Johnny Walker. I don't. Is that more of a Scotch, or am I thinking of something else? Crown Royal is better than Jack Daniels. I've not tried Crown Royal. If I remember, I'll try it. Don't eat bugs. Eat slugs. What the fuck is wrong with you? Imagine a whiskey called Septic Finger, I Miss Tusk.
Aww. Oh,
I mean, last time we did that, he fucking turned up, so
yeah, every time we shh.
Say his name and he shall come. My family watched in horror as I bought Johnny Walker for my grandmother before she died. Does your grandmother not like Johnny Walker? Or did you hit her with it? And thank you, Dave. They've given out them sick memberships. Like a sick motherfucker. Need more whiskey. I mean, always. It's fun to watch the thing when it says Thingy was gifted a gift. So do you have to choose who gets the gifted memberships?
Or is it random?
Or is it, yeah, does it just randomly dish them out for you? Because I feel like you'd want it to go to people who've never had it before. At least I would, personally. Like, I had an understanding that... Like, I don't know how it works on Twitch, but it's really weird. Like, you can, like, stockpile them, I think. So many handsome people today. I know. It's beautiful. I just look around and I'm surrounded by all these handsome people. You should go for the barrel dwelling. You call out hypocrisy in much the same way as Diogenes, thank you, did in ancient Athens. I always like that. Was it Alexander the Great came up to him and asked him what he could give him, and he said, "Get out of the fucking way, you're in my sunlight."
Yeah.
Yeah, absolute Chadogenes. But I wouldn't live in just a small barrel. Margaret Hamilton to W.C. Fields. Sir, you will drown in a vat of whiskey. To which Fields says, to drown in whiskey. Ah, death where is thy sting. So sick, my videos are boring. Am I saying that? Or are you saying that? I don't know. I don't think my videos are boring. I don't think they're very good, but boring is not the word I would use. She loved it, though they thought buying grandma alcohol was not Christian. Ah. But she wanted it.
Yeah, but they drink wine at the communion, don't they?
And they eat people. Well, they eat Jesus.
They eat people.
Soylent. What is it? Oh, shit, what do they call that? When you have the Soylent Sacrament. There we go.
Yeah.
I do like your content, been binging it. Everyone should. That's like a fact backed up by science that you really, really need to just watch all my videos 3 times in a row, at least. Crown Royal is exceptionally good Scotch whiskey in sips.
Apparently the memberships are random. He's just throwing money at the screen.
It basically just does the old what do they call it? When you make it rain. That's what giving out memberships is. It's making it rain, effectively. On me. I mean, I think I get that money. or at least
Then
some of it,
why you still got clothes on?
because I am so sexy
Oh,
that
right.
people
You don't want to
will pay
blind
me
anybody.
not to strip. They
Okay.
very specifically tell me, please don't strip. And obviously, it's because of how sexy I already am that they wouldn't want too much sexiness to come out. And that's the only reason that anyone would pay me not to take my clothes off. I'm not adhering to Crimsbianity, and so you shouldn't. It's fucking bollocks. And you can quote me on that.
I thought a lot of them were bollocks.
Some people say that wine is really grape juice. Depends on which church you go to. It's like Oprah with her car cannon. Wait, Oprah has a car cannon?
Did she shoot all the poor people?
Everybody gets a car in their face. Because I know that she does shit where everybody gets some nonsensical bullshit all at the same time. So it's not beyond reason to me that she might have some sort of car cannon mechanism that could shoot a car to someone's house, probably through their front window.
This is becoming Top Gear now.
Uh,
Oprah hosting Top Gear.
I've tried many alcoholisms in my 17 years of life, and the only one that not only likes them all, but also thinks they all taste great, I may have a problem. I'm sure you'll find something that you don't like. Or you'll get really, really sick on something, and then you won't like it anymore. I've done that a couple of times. That would break the universe. Why? Where would all the whiskey go? Into my face. If sperm is wasted, God gets quite irate. Every sperm is sacred. Yeah, thank you. I binge your videos at work all day. Listen to some at least 5 times. I mean, that's the way to do real work. None of this fucking not listening to me shit. When Sir Six strips, he keeps his helmet on, obviously. You can keep your head on. The only wine I drink is wild turkey and grape soda. Fair enough. If you're streaming nonsense, I feel bad for you, son. I got 98 viewers and you just caned one. It's 92 now, thank you. She does t-shirt cannons and also gives out car. Only a matter of time she'll combines or confuses the two. See, that does sound pretty fucking good. I'd watch that. Just firing a car cannon into an audience. That'd be amazing.
No, I like the idea.
Whoever survives.
I like the idea it's a cannon, but you don't know if it's going to be a t-shirt or a car, so you're going to have to risk it.
They pull out.
Who's going to jump in
Which
front
cannon
of the
do you choose? And there's this like small, normal sized one, and there's this one that's fucking bigger than everybody. So, which one is it? Oh, I think it might be the one on the left, and then just half the audience gets wiped out. Sounds amazing, to be honest. I have not been able to drink rum since I was 21 years old due to drinking so much on my birthday. I am now 40. One thing, unless you have tried it repeatedly over the years and still can't, I did find that I can't drink Jameson's, or I couldn't, but I tried the orange one and I was able to drink that fine. So I'm tempted to try it again, but it might just taste like I want to vomit. So we'll see. If you play the Cersei tune, Sausage, backwards, it says, watch Spoonstaff Stories. It's also terrible. It wouldn't say it was terrible. It would say it was actually good. Because it is, bitch.
It's a bit wordy for sausage.
Also, some ladies complained to Lincoln that General Grant drank whiskey. Find out his brand, said Lincoln. I send all the generals a case. True story. Love the tree of radiation. Gotta get your daily REMs.
Oh, radiation.
I don't even know what that means. Bullseye brand cannon fires
bright.
speedboats.
It's because it's bright yellow, but it just instantly made me start thinking about Fallout.
I just enjoy the idea of a speedboat cannon. Just firing it into... Would the audience be sat on water? Because I feel like they deserve to get hit by boats at that point. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I swear to God, I thought turkeys could fly. Car cannon is a car that has been confirmed to be part of the story and lore. Oh, you fucking dickhead. I'm Why are people just making such terrible jokes today? That's my fucking job. Can't say it's good, Mrs. Sick will hurt me, but it's good. Oh, yeah. People aren't allowed to say things are good, are they? Not your things.
I don't like anything I make.
She doesn't like compliments either.
No.
You don't like anything you make? I'll tell the kids.
Yeah.
Kids, it's important that you know this. Mama hates you. What is that joke from? Oh, fucking American Dad.
I didn't make them though. It was a joint venture.
Oh, I see. They're half my fault. I see how it is. I love my kids, really. I'm just being a dick. America, car cannons and speedboats. I mean, I can see like an American, like a U-boat that just fires cars off of it for some fucking reason. Oh. Da-da-da. Did Brandon Naramore drink so much rum on his 21st birthday that he turned 40? Damn. Yeah, it happens. I mean, to be fair, and I'm sure I've told this story many times, but it still fucking blows my mind to this day. I used to work bars, and I would work the function room of a particular pub. And these people came in, and I thought, all right, I got the lay of what was going on. This is a bunch of 30 to 40-year-olds drinking very heavily. Like, wow, they drank like fucking crazy. They genuinely put me to shame. And then I was like, oh, so whose birthday is this party for? Oh yeah, it's John's. He's 21. I was like, wait, fucking what? Oh, drinking age in this country is 18, just so you know. But like, he's 21, and yeah, we're all best mates. And like, oh, how old are you? Like, I was like 20, 22, a 20-year-old there. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, these people look terrible. They looked really, really fucking bad for their age. Unless they were fucking with me, but they didn't seem bright enough to fuck with me. I think they just looked awful and drank way too fucking much. Yes, there is such a thing. Did not know how to how to mentally deal with that. It was some strong ass rum. Half of the kids came from you. I mean, there's two of them. I don't remember giving birth, but I do get drunk sometimes. Not as much as those other people, but still. Oh, did you get your boobs out?
No, I changed clothes because they were restrictive.
Yeah. She got her boobs out. Back now, wasn't a fire. It's never a fire. How very disappointing. You tried to start a fire, but then you had to go out and you say, we didn't start the fire. I can't remember the rest of the words. Must have had tough paper rounds. I mean, fucking hell. I have talent. I use it. But if you use it, you'll lose it? Or is it the other way around? I don't know. When I was in Scotland, I saw the biggest drinkers I ever saw. That doesn't surprise me. That and doing heroin. Well, it depends if you're in Glasgow or not. Top Gear played darts with the car cannon. I seem to recall that episode. I used to really like Top Gear. It as a person who's not particularly into cars, I really liked Top Gear. Don't really rate the whole Grand Tour thing. It's just not the same.
It wasn't really about the cars though.
No, it wasn't about the cars, but
it was about them fucking about.
It was about them fucking about. But I think one of the reasons that the BBC one was better is that it was scrappier. And it also felt like they were getting away with something whenever they did something stupid. Whereas in the Grand Tour, they were just given free rein to do whatever the fuck they want. And it was just never as interesting. Speaking of fires, our school had a fire drill today, right as I was about to start a history revision. Got a test next week. It's almost like they want me to fail. They do. They hate you. I sent them a message to fuck your life up. I was the biggest drinker I ever saw. That's why I stopped. I mean, to be fair, that might have had something to do with eating. I mean, you're a panda, so they're pretty big. Maybe have a little less of that bamboo. Like moss and fire in the IT room. Oh my god. 4! I mean 5! I mean fire! It's a shame the writer of that show is a colossal dickhead. I was at the Top Gear test track recently. It's not really the same though, is it? Because it's I don't even know who fucking presents that show anymore. But it's didn't fucking the Joey guy present Top Gear for a while? Can't remember his name.
Joey guy.
The guy who plays Joey in Friends.
Oh,
Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah.
That's the words. Did anyone play Flat Out? I fucking loved Flat Out. Specifically, Flat Out 3 on the Xbox 360 was fucking awesome.
Flat Out sounds like Fallout.
It does. Flat Out 3 sounds like Fallout 3. It gets very confusing. I do eat a lot of bamboo. Shame it's so hard to digest. Yeah, I think pandas want to die. I think that's their plan. They're just trying to do it in a roundabout way. I thought Top Gear was about cars, but then I just heard them talking about bonnets. Who the fuck? What the fuck? Who cares about those things that Gal used to wear on their heads? I know, the bastards. Oh, it's a boring airfield. Yeah, it is just an airfield with a road built on it, basically. And without the other people, Top Gear's not Top Gear without the dickheads who used to present it. Because they were more fun. Yes, Chris Evans presented it last time I saw. And fucking hell. Because I don't live in the world of fucking normal mainstream TV and radio shit, Chris Evans has just completely fucking passed me by as a host since he was on TFI Friday, which is a million fucking years ago.
I vaguely remember him from when I was a kid, but I'm not sure what he actually did. I know he's a presenter.
He was ginger and he had thick glasses, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I remember him being kind of entertaining at the time, but it's been a while. I know that he had a radio show and he went kind of mental.
Okay.
He would just... There was a joke about him, and he would make like his... the other hosts, sort of either his guests or the other people who worked for him, and he'd just make them do fucked up shit. And there's one of them, and it's just like, yeah, kick him. Kick him again. Right, yeah, kill him. And he's just like, oh my god, calm the fuck down, Chris. Fallout New Vegas is still one of the best games ever. That is true. It is an extremely good game. But is it neon white? That might be in my top 10 now. I have played the shit out of that fucking game. Fallout games are great after the community makes mods to fix them. Fallout New Vegas is great without mods. I mean, it does need some fixing, but it's still a fucking phenomenal game. Regardless of mods. And you're welcome. Meh, Fallout New Vegas is it's good without mods. Mods only after you finish the game. Well, it's mostly mods to fix a couple of the fucking issues. My friend's dad still listens to Chris Evans on Virgin Radio in the car. No, different Chris Evans. Yeah, it's not the one from fucking... I think there's two Chris Evans in America. And then we have Chris Evans, who's a completely different fucking person. Chris, there's the fucking Captain America one, and I think there's someone else. Yes, he did do the Big Breakfast. That was fucking forever ago, though.
That's probably what I remember him from.
That is probably... There is a high likelihood. I heard if you like Fallout, you'll like Atomic Heart. We've played a bit of it. The voice acting is fucking atrocious.
He doesn't shut up.
It was so bad, it made me angry, and I had to switch it to Russian to make the game at all fucking bearable.
Trying to have like a little conversation with each other, and he just like stops talking and starts talking, and then we're like, okay, carry on our conversation, and he starts talking again.
There was a three-way conversation between a glove, a vending machine, and a complete asshole who you play as, and it was so fucking annoying. I was ready to quit the game right then and there, and this is like 20 minutes into actually being in the actual game. And yeah, that's not a great fucking start. It is quite fun when the game shuts the fuck up. And there's some quite interesting stuff to do and some cool concepts. And I plan on playing more of it, but yeah.
Yeah, some of the lore's pretty interesting, but it's just the talk, like
It would be a better game
it's
with
the
less
pointless
talking in it.
yeah, it's the pointless comments that was made.
It was asinine prattle, and it was so fucking annoying. You have no idea how much. I actually started getting anxiety waiting for them to say something stupid. And it wasn't even that they just said something stupid.
Like
They say something stupid and then go on and on and
like
on and
I
on
don't
and
really
on.
like I don't get the anxiety the same way you do, but I was just sat there waiting for them to
Yeah.
talk again. I'm like, they're gonna talk again. They're gonna talk again.
And
I'm
getting more and more fucking pissed off about
Yeah.
it. Yeah. If you like old Fallout, then you'll like Wasteland 3. Well, good news. I don't like old Fallout. I can't get on with those games. I wish I could. I would love to,
They're
but
just very janky as well.
yeah, just too far before. Mad Max game was fun for a minute. Yeah, that's about right. It had some interesting mechanics. It just didn't have much of a. There wasn't much reason to engage with it. Is my opinion. Oh. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I mean, you've got to wreck first at Tiffany's. We are talking about Chris Evans, the English radio show host. If so, we are talking about the same one. Yes, someone else was saying about other Chris Evanses, I think. Sir Sick, triggered by sexy fridge. I wasn't triggered by sexy frig. I was frig.
It's not even the sexy fridge.
It was 3 people talking at the same time.
It's not sexy fridge, it's a horny fridge.
Yeah, well, there's that too. I mean, if you want to fuck that fridge.
Thirsty fridge.
If you want to fuck that fridge, you go ahead. Hi-Fi Rush is fun. I've played a teeny tiny bit of it, and I should play a bit more, but it didn't grab me straight away. I'm really bad with games these days. I don't like games that don't throw you right into it, unless they have something really, really, really interesting to look at. I don't like having lots of story thrown at me because I don't fucking care.
People are saying, like, when somebody finally comes out with a silent mod for Atomic Heart,
yeah,
then it's probably, like, going to be worth playing then.
I mean, it's okay. Well, it doesn't need a silent mod. It needs a mod that cuts down all of the asinine bullshit.
Yeah,
They'll just come up with shit and just start talking about, oh, I want to go to fucking south of France. I don't fucking know. And it's for no reason. It's apropos of nothing. And it's just like, no, shut the fuck up. It completely kills the atmosphere. And the characters are so fucking annoying.
It's like they're desperate to be witty, but it just comes across as fucking, like...
irritating.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, damn, Sick, you saved me then. Damn the hype. See, the game itself is good. Play it with Russian... If you can play games with subtitles on, play it like that, you'll have a fine time.
The Russian
one
is a lot less irritating.
It's not irritating at all.
Because I think the voice actor is pretty good with the Russian as well.
Yeah, because it was made that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outer Worlds is not as good as Fallout New Vegas. It is nowhere fucking near as good as Fallout New Vegas. I played a fair amount of Outer Worlds and then just stopped because I was bored. Like I was saying, there's a lot of games.
Is that the one that's linear?
Yeah.
Was that Outer Wilds?
No, Outer Worlds is the linear one. Outer Wilds is just completely mad.
Okay.
But it runs on a time loop. I should play more of that. But yeah.
Apparently there's another Outer Wilds coming out.
There's...
Or is it Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds re-release.
Right, okay.
You know, next generation plus extra things, and they completely fucked it up.
Oh.
I saw a playthrough of Sunset Overdrive, and now I'd like to try it. Well, it's relatively cheap. You should just go get it. You should be able to find it cheap somewhere. Or wait. Play Lego Star Wars. I played all the Lego Star Wars up until I stopped. I played Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. Or
you play a lot of the Lego games, though.
Yeah, some of them are good. Some of them are bad. Oh my god, I've only just noticed Blossom over there. Yeah, that's why I put him there. Just looking over the hill. The idea was people would just go, oh, Sunset Overdrive got boring really fast. That's a problem I find with a lot of games. Okay, I'm going to have to start winding down because I actually have work to carry on doing. But yeah. if there's any games that just get right fucking into it without pissing me about, I'll be more into them generally, unless the gameplay is shite. That's my fucking thing to say, and I will say thanks for coming, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Have a good one, and bye bye. Play Neon White.
For fuck's sake, you're obsessed.